2022 celebrates Motor Truck Distributors' 50 years of supplying Mack trucks to the nation's transport operators, truly a cornerstone mark in our modern trucking history. So it is fitting that we feature Palmerston North's Matt Sherlock, a Mack man to the core, and his character-filled as the truck brand that has underpinned his transport career and business right from the beginning. It was Stu Wynn, National Sales Manager for Mack Trucks New Zealand, who pointed us towards Matt. He told us how Matt had just put a new Trident on the road and it was just a bit special. The Owens liveried Sherlock trucks running under the Hallenbach haulage name certainly have a signature look. They're a real regional icon for sure. But it's a special machine for more reasons than that. Firstly, it's the last ever 8x4 Trident to be built. And secondly, brace yourself for this one, the very last Mack to be built for New Zealand with a manual 18-speed Eaton Roadranger transmission. We met Mutt Dog and driver Josh Nicholson at Mainfreight's Onikawa yard in Napier. He was one of 3 Hallenbach trucks in town that morning. Matt was also up with his personal ride, a superliner known as Cat for Tea, on a general freight mission. And running with Josh was Tony Deans and the Mack Granite Devil Dog. For a young Matt Sherlock, it all started in the mid-80s with an R-model Mack and a side-loader combination arriving in the yard of GlaxoSmithKline, where Matt worked as a storeman and a delivery driver. It was a 285 Maxidyne owned by ASC Flowers contractor Mark Shields and driven by one Robin Jago. Young Matt, himself an ardent hot rodder and street machine enthusiast, watched on as it unloaded and was instantly smitten. This shiny ass truck turned up and a long-haired friend of Jesus climbed out, and I thought, shit, that's a bit of me, laughed Matt. With the young Sherlock showing more than just a passing interest in the R model, Robin invited him on the night run to Wairaki. He didn't have to ask twice, and suffice to say, Matt was instantly a regular passenger on the night swap run. For Matt, Palmerston North is home and very much the birthplace of Hallenbach haulage. An opportunity to go owner-driver within great mate Brian Menifee's fleet got me off the ground. He's an amazing mentor and we're still the best of mates today. After the Wairaki swap days, we're all pretty wild, but Brian said, right mate, it's all in your court now, you're going to make shit happen. He's taught me so much, explained Matt. Interestingly, the company name honours both his late mother Helen, who died of cancer, and also his family today. The message encompassed within is that Matt would give it all away in a heartbeat to have Helen back. And a keen eye will see that the back is spelt B-A-K, this way recognising Matt's wife Anita, and also his daughters Bailey and Candice either side. Of course, there's also a tip of the hat to the trials and tribulations of a career behind the wheel. And the thinking doesn't end there. For those who don't know, the trident fork in the logo, when facing backwards, is actually a peaceful symbolisation. These early connections for Matt with the mighty Mack brand alongside of legends of the Wairaki night swaps left a lasting impression. And here we are now, some years later, looking on at the gleaming Mutt Dog, the latest addition to the Palmerston North base Hallenbach fleet of Macks. The colour-coded King Bars bumper, drop visor and roof kit would tell a trained observer even standing at a distance that this is a Hallenbach truck. But in typical Matt Sherlock fashion, there's more to it than just merely appearance. The roof kit, for example, is the one off the Robin Jago CL Max that Matt drove. A handshake with history, a friend from the past there to guide the next generation. Mutt Dog has only done 6,500 kilometres, but the roof kit has clocked up over 2.2 million, explained Matt. I've certainly squashed some bugs with that thing, he laughed. Mutt Dog's underpinnings are well proven and bulletproof. The Euro 5 MP8 at 13 litres pumps out a respectable 399 kilowatts, 535 horsepower from 1450 through to 1900 RPM, and 2,603 newton metres, 1920 pound-foot of torque from 1050 to 1450 RPM. So that makes 1450 the sweetest of spots amidst a healthy workbench of revs. And behind Mutt Dog's power plant for the last time, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please, is the Eaton Roadranger RTLO 22918B 18-speed manual transmission. And that feeds back to the Meritor RT46160 GP axles rated at 20,900 kgs with dual diff locks, and these are perched on Mack's AL460 air suspension, also rated at 20,900 kgs. And ducking forward momentarily, we find the Mack FXL axles at 13,200 kgs, riding on parabolic springs with stabilisers and shock absorbers, with drum brakes and ABS all round. Stepping up inside the cab, the environs are certainly familiar. Room and storage is limited, so again thank goodness for that mighty red box between the seats. The burgundy ultra leather and full wood grain dash are glorious things. The gauges in the binacle, the wrap with everything right there, it all just works. This interior is like your favourite pair of red band gumboots in terms of look and feel, and the addition of the red Pearlcraft steering wheel and gear lever knob are the icing on the cake. Growing up in Palmerston North with the New Zealand home of Mack in your local neighbourhood, for a transport operator it certainly has its merits. However, for Matt it's all about relationships and reliability. As he put it, I'm here today because of the reliability of Mack trucks. I'm coming up on my 5 million kilometre anniversary next year in a Mack, and I've only had to get a ride home 3 times. It's just that simple. Those old Visions have been amazing. They just won't stop and they cost peanuts to run. And as far as the assistance from Murray Selby and the team over the years, they've just been awesome. Business is more complex today with far greater compliance requirements. It's certainly more professional and you need to know what you're bringing to the table. Matt Sherlock is philosophical about change. As he explained, business is just different. It's no better or no worse. There are parts that are both. The Wairaki swap days were then, this is now. The great memories and stories will always be there, but we've all moved on, and now there are new memories to make. To read the full story on the new Mack Trident for Palmerston North-based Hallenback haulage, then catch a copy of the May 22 issue of New Zealand Trucking magazine, or click the link below in the description to link through to nztrucking.co.nz. Remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons for us. Have a fantastic month out there, stay warm and travel safe.